like going around quickly and snapping
Okay,
around with
since
the
both
obscam.
swords are ready, we're gonna start next tick in 20 seconds.
Yeah, the upscam, like one big issue I had before, and I changed it, is the sensibility of the air flight. It's you really need to lower it so it doesn't go fubar when you
10,
Oh yeah,
when
9,
you're
massively.
under.
8, 7,
Right. I'll
6,
watch the NC
5,
guys at the start. If you want to
4,
go to your
3,
Yeah.
2, 1. We go.
Alright, the
NC
overlay is started. That's nice.
NC is double MBT and 4 Sunders.
Oh, interesting. So a good squad of ESF from TR, 1 Galaxy, and I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, that's vehicle heavy. So 4 Prowlers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 Thunders, including a few Clock ones. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I saw less than a dozen Reavers on the NC side though, so they're.
I'm seeing NC on points already. I need to watch if the
Yeah,
TR are on
Sanaway.
it.
Sanaway is
Point
bailed as
is
a
not flipped though.
stalker.
There's only a stalker clocker on the roof. Is he going for the point? Yeah, he's going for the point. The Sundys from NC side are getting inside the base slowly.
Yeah, it looks like the TR Sunders didn't really go for it at the start either. They didn't even attempt to get in.
Yep.
Or if they did, they got popped.
NC has maxes inside the Sunders. Interesting, they had the maxes inside the Sunders, not inside Galaxies. So they are pushing for the point, but nobody is contesting the point. There is no drops. I think the Galaxy
There's currently
from TR is just waiting for
four
something.
TR Sunders going around the back of the base where they've run into one NC Sunder.
Oh yes, it's the fight. 1, 2, yeah, the Sundys are slowly killing the NC Sundy. I think it's dead, yep. I deployed one, and they are probably going to go through the base through that entrance here. So we'll see.
Looks like they went for an indirect play off the start.
Yeah, interesting. Not seeing TR putting anyone on the ground for the match. Do you think they're going to try and steal the cap at the last minute? Probably not.
I don't know, to be honest. I think it's just their strategy was to get their Sunders in the back of the base rather than try to contest the front. And it took them longer to get in than they expected, maybe.
The fight for the vehicles, I think, is being won. It's it's a hard contest. I'm seeing only 1 pro left. No more MBTs for NC.
And there's 2 prowlers. They have the artillery piece prowler on the eastern hill, looking over the point.
And it's the fight. I'm going to try and stabilize the camera here. And the lone NC Sandy on the point is going to maybe die we are seeing anti-vehicle aircraft too. So yeah.
The NC numbers in the air seem to be a little bit higher than they were at the start of the match as well. There's a good half dozen or so, maybe 8 Reavers in the air at the moment. And they're the ones that are actually able to engage in air to ground.
I mean, interestingly enough, they had the Burstamax on the ground, NC, so they probably managed to kill a few ESFs, and now their air side is a bit stronger now that their TR is pulling less ESF for managing to capture the point. The push from TR is quite not energetic enough to break through the NC defense here, despite Maxes and Sundys.
What we do have though at the moment is we have a double MBT on the hill for TR, so they're able to shoot that NC Sunder that's on the point.
Yep. And the MBTs are inside the base now, so they are killing the Sandy, and now only infantry and maxis on the point for NC. I'm not seeing a lot of ESFs, at least not on the minimap. Seems pretty clear.
Yeah, the ESF battle is going on over Torridge Depot. Sorry, Tumas Skylance, what am I saying? Tumas Skylance battery. Looks like the TR have pushed the NC back to their spawn.
Yep, TR slow push managed to successfully kill the NC. There is still a beacon on the rocks though, so yep. But the reinforcements are being picked up. That Pounder Max is trying to get inside the base, on the point building. There is two NC Maxes inside, but no engineers to repair them. So
just one NC Max on point right now. One engineer, mostly medics inside. Somebody in chat is requesting that we change the time today. I'm assuming that's against it's against the rules for me to do that. So I will not change the time of day.
No, I did not change it. Oh,
it is what it is, unfortunately.
NC slowly being killed, only like 1 medic, 2 medic alive now. The Pandas
Yeah,
are
looks like
going
TR
for those,
pushing in.
Crossfire.
Yeah, I
We
see.
have TR on point now.
All the vehicle support around the point is with TR now, so
Yep.
they definitely have the advantage. They have
A
something
lot
like
of
4
maxes.
MBTs up at the moment.
We have 4 maxes on the point for TR, so it's going to be quite hard to push out now, especially with the MBTs and especially with only 30 seconds left. So let's see what NC try to do. Do they try to defend on the last second? I'm not seeing galaxies in the air. I'm not seeing any Thunderers or anything.
Yeah,
Let's look at
right.
the map. Where is the
So
population?
at Tumas Skylance Battery, there are 2 MBTs that are attempting to camp the terminal. And
Oh.
at Tumas Tech Plant itself, there's a load of TR air presence that are shooting down a galaxy that just got pulled.
Oh, so PTSD is denying NC any play from OP. So yeah, I'm seeing the OP
Yeah.
galaxies getting killed. I need to change something quickly.
Looks like the TR air has been, if not taken out, it's been chased away. They're all going after the galaxy, who've had to drop all their players in the middle of nowhere.
Sandys are being stuck into mass battery indeed by the 2 Protoss here.
We've got
Despite
2
the
Basilisk
double-
Thunders
yep,
contesting the
Basilisk and
Prowlers at
Fury.
Skylance Battery, but that's only ever going to go one way,
That's not, yep. And we have
unless they have a lot of infantry help.
TR already pushing on the point on Tumas Islands, despite a few NC being there to prevent
And
camping.
even teleporting couldn't help the one of the NC Thunderers, as they both go down.
Ooh.
You actually have about a squad pushing into Tumas Skylands as what I assume is a pre-cap.
Yeah, it's
Oh no, not a
it's starting
pre-cap.
like almost a squad full of NC there and maybe 6 TR, I guess. Not seeing a lot of TR pushing right now. I don't know where they are.
NC did manage to get somebody on the point at Chimney Rock as a delaying tactic, but
Oh,
the
nice.
person went down pretty
Not
quickly.
going to stay for long. NC has a few vanguards now. So they will try to clean up the area.
NC have got some
with
MBTs
bandits.
up now though, so they should be
Yeah,
able
yeah.
to help out
Oh,
with getting rid of these Prowlers.
I just realized that my push to talk on the stream is not set up while it's set up on TeamSpeak, so if I speak without pushing to talk, you're not going to listen to me.
Ah,
That's fine, I will just use push to talk, it's fine. NTR is pushing with those maxis, so I gathered they got picked up from a galaxy. They are slowly getting off the roof and trying to push.
yeah, looks like you got 4
And
maxes right now.
doesn't have maxis on the points, interesting. They could have tried to have a few Falcon maxis to deny anything entry. TR is on the balconies. I'm sorry if the camera work is bad. I need to stop moving. Oh, just move less.
Like,
Yeah, the battle is going inside the point, but TR has a really good setup now with the maxis. And the vehicle battle, I need to watch the vehicle battle because that's probably where the contest is right now.
the vehicle battle is going the only way a vehicle battle against Vanguards in close range does. 2 Prowlers and a Vanguard go into a fight. Only the Vanguard leaves. I think there was even a team kill involved there.
That galaxy. Yeah, I don't think C4ing that galaxy on the roof is a good idea. Oh, it would both nanite and time spent energy.
Yeah, I think C4ing an empty galaxy is a distraction and a waste of time.
Especially
When
if you're
that
like
same
one
light
round
assault, when the same light assault could be C4ing the infantry that are camping around the big guns inside Skylance Battery.
The other caster with me is Conchibear.
For example, the light assault that C4 the galaxies has now arrived on top of the point, and he has no C4 to drop
Yeah.
inside. And there's, from what I can see, 3 low HP maxes that he can't damage. Unfortunate.
Yes, he is trying to push or at least pick with Falcon Max, but against 3 Max, I think most of them with Pandas, that's not going to go great.
NC have got some heavies in the southeast side though, and they're pushing through, taking out the engineers. They can keep that up, and
Yeah, that amount of max is needed, at least the same amount of engineers to sustain continued battle with another maxes or EVs. So they might die from that slow push from NC. Who is trying to push from at least 3 doors, so that's a good push.
a pounder max flanked some of the heavies anyway, so they've been taken out.
We can see at least NC fighting on the northwest side with both doors, so it's a good crossfire. TR is quite stacked, I would say, and the roof is not that much of a battle point right now. There's a few light assault, but they are not using anything to C4 or grenade the guns. Ooh, ESFs here. So yep, the TR ESFs are back. They're putting on the ground.
NC have the point back. They haven't actually managed to wipe the TR. They're still on the little balconies and we're on the gun emplacement.
T4 for the first time. Yay! That T-Max is dead now.
Oh, it takes a max.
TR.
Yeah.
Yep.
Takes a max and the medic. So well done there.
TR still have control of the roof though, so they can come back and they are taking back the point right here.
Yeah, well, when you have when you're the only side that has the air, and they have 2 artillery piece prowlers that are shelling the approaches to the point, it makes it quite difficult.
Yep.
Don't see any NC vehicles being pulled right now either to try and contest that. Yeah.
They are trying to set up a push properly, but they have trouble just reaching the door right now. Only infiltrators reaching it, and until they fix the air control, maybe pull a few, like 1 or 2 Buster Max to control it, and then switch back to AV or AI Maxes. But that's going to be take some time, and time for the timer is not good.
Yeah, and if you look on the hill to the southeast of the base, you'll see that there's 2 artillery piece prowlers anyway that are shelling the approach. So if you try to stack up to try and make a push or repair a max or whatever, pretty good chance you get taken out by those.
Yeah, TR is in a really good position right now. The Banshees are bunching, doing what they do best. Oh, that's a max push. What is he? No, it's a single match max right now. He has engineers with him, but once the Banshee start shooting here, it's not going to go great for them.
Yeah. Oh, Harass is going to run him over.
Oh, nice one. What gun does he has? I think it's Bulldog. Yep.
Yeah.
NC has control of the roof now, so they can start slowly pushing. 1, 2, 3, 4 light assault. So yeah, they are fighting, and they took the decision to go for the roof here. Probably a good decision, I would say.
Yeah. Do you know what the rules are with respect to caltrops and those sort of things? Are they allowed?
I have no idea. I don't think any caltrop or any of the new stuff from outfits is allowed.
Okay. Right.
That would be quite strong.
To say in a base like this, where there are some really nice lanes to get a harasser in and run people over who are trying to set up for a push, it'd be really nice to get some caltrops out, or engineer barriers even. They can help out quite a lot.
And she has a point back. We need to look. Oh wait, they still have 2 minutes and have to maintain control for 2 minutes before they can go back to Chenerok. However, they seem to have a strong presence now on the point. Like almost all of the team is fighting TR, who is using the SMD on the northeast side. TR
yeah,
pushing maxes.
I'd like to see the TR guys maybe pull another Galaxy or attempt to drop some maxes on the point. Given they have complete air and vehicle control.
Yeah, they can definitely do that. And right now their push is progressing because of aircraft plus maxes.
Oh yeah, they've wiped them.
Push, and the aircraft are once again playing a strong role here in recapturing the point. The point is not captured back though.
Yeah. Target fixation there actually from the Banshees. They were shooting hard to kill people on the point that would probably get wiped by their infantry. When a whole column of players were running from the spawn room out in the open, they could have been taken out with a lot more easily.
Yeah. The RSR is going for another run right now. He's being are those? Yeah, he was being headfire by his friendly Moskva.
Nice.
We
got
definitely causing a panic for the NC trying to push the point. He rammed another dude.
We got the artillery pieces back up as well.
The tier has not flipped back the point though. They're still having a struggling to recapture it. They are sticking to the gun deck and the balconies, but NC is pushing them out now.
The one thing when you're on the back foot like this and you don't have any people in the air and you don't have any ground vehicle players, it does give you. They have 1, 2, what is that? 8. They have 8 more infantry players at the moment than the PTSD guys do, because they don't have any prowler, they don't have any vanguards, they don't have any reavers, so those players can be used on the ground instead.
Yeah, indeed. Although I would probably like if you have like 3 to 4 ESFs, I think it's on bases where like that where ESFs can have a strong impact on the point. It's probably not a big loss to have them as ESF rather than body on the grounds. The vanguards, the proles for sure are not the most useful right now, but I don't know. One of them despawned, so I assume the one left and get on the ground too.
Yeah.
The point is not flipped, so now we'd have to look at Chimney Rock, and the point is flipped.
All right.
Oh, interesting. Good job on the OP team to flip the point. Now they need to maintain it though. And the ESFs are going back and trying to kill anyone on the point, near the point building at least. We are seeing TR dropping on it, and NC still on the inside it.
Yeah, I didn't actually manage to see how they got through here. Whether it was a cloaked flash or an ESF or what it was.
I'm seeing medics on the ground, so probably a beacon there. But TR just flipped back the point with I would say 6 to 8 people. So they definitely had a team ready to recapture it, and they had beacons. So. And the vanguards went back to Chinrock too, but that's now useless. There isn't any NC there. The point is not flipped on Tumas Island, so with 13 minutes left. NC is trying to push the TR Sandy, but apparently it failed.
Looks like we have. Looks like we have some NC back at Chimney Rock again as well. See, 2 players back here, 1 TR. So if they can hold the point for a little while longer at Skylands, they might be able to get another back cap going.
Vanguards from NC, but one died, 2 ESFs, and the second one is being shelled by both ESFs and the RSR, and it's dead too now. And the TR probably tried to get on the kill too, but too late. And the point is flipping onto Mask Islands. TR managed to push back. They don't have a strong presence though. No maxes, only a few light assault and infiltrators.
Yeah, and if you look at well, you shouldn't, but when I'm looking at Chimney Rock, the NC guys have been taking it really slowly in terms of getting to the point.
Yeah, I mean they are first trying to recapture Tumas Island, so if they manage to get back on Chimney Rock, it's a good idea to still have people there.
Yeah, but I think it took them a long time. Their infiltrator like snuck his way up. They'd been a little bit quicker about it. They might have actually got to the point before it was flipped at Tumas Skylance.
Yeah, I mean, and TR was really quick in getting back into defense mode and going back to Chimney really quickly. While the NC was rather slow and only having a few people on it, so they probably need to work on that, and TR probably did a good job, and ESF of course helped. So TR is now on the point. The NC push was denied, and the Astor is back on inside the base.
Yeah, and the TR have actually pushed up quite far in Skylands as well. They're camping the spawn rather than just trying to hold the point.
Yeah, it's the most advanced they've been so far in the attack of the base. But I don't think they're going to be able to hold that position for long. Like they need to go back on the point. He's using a lot of light assault here, especially on the northwest building. As that RSR is staying alive, that's really.
3 NC players for whatever reason in Chimney Rock. I don't think there's much point having 3 players there when you're a minute and a half down on the cap in your own base.
Yeah.
Like a bit of a wasted exercise, really. Bring those guys back as soon as possible.
The TR are really well set up to deny any pressure from this one room here. The Vanguards are back on Thomas Guidance, so let's see what they're shooting at. They probably have an angle on tamping into the...
Yeah, the
Is it the
Sunder
Sandy?
upstairs. Yeah.
Oh, the Sandy's upstairs, okay. It's burning and it's dead.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's a good job. And they have Rivers now, so slowly but surely NC is getting back on controlling the vehicle game. And they're killing the other Sandys, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to recapture the point in the 2 incoming minutes.
Well, with air control and no rapid spawn option for the TR, they might have a chance.
They still the beacons for sure, but that's not going to. They are fighting for the roof controls now.
Yeah, dropping from a beacon on that, I think. 2 vanguards up, but
Only 1 minute left, so yeah, NC better start pushing really hard now that they have those ESFs to control the roofs. Lots of TR using the beacon to spawn back, but they are being welcomed by the Rivers.
getting some revenge for all the Hellfires and Banshees they've been suffering from so far.
The MBDs are still controlling the surrounding of the base, but I don't think they have any targets right now.
Yeah, probably about time they get out of those, really. The Vanguard has a lot less utility than a Prowler when it comes to shelling infantry inside a base. So they can ward off the Harasser, but I think one solo tank can do that, not two-man tanks.
30 seconds left now, so NC really need to start getting at least control of the gun decks and the balconies, but they are not getting inside right now. And they are being pre-empty and pre-shot by several angles right now. I don't see a lot of NCs on the doors. I don't know what NC is doing.
And there aren't even any maxes on TR either. It's almost purely infantry.
I'm seeing a lot of CSF, but they're not killing anything inside, despite having a few angles.
Bit of an LA push now, though. Seems they've got control of the
point is
the balconies inside.
The point is slipping on the last second. It's 0 seconds on the timer for me.
Yeah.
That was a good. That last assault probably saved the base right now, and the point is being flipped back. I'm not sure that even need to go on the point. Oh, he's dead now. What's happening to the point? NC is still on the point. I think they have raised net from everyone. But NC has the point, so it's ticking back now.
Yeah, given the locations of the players, I think a lot of the TR guys weren't actually in the cap radius.
Yeah,
so they were not even able to contest it. Yeah.
A lot of dead bodies, but that light assault who went on the point saved the base. He died then, but he managed to save the base with 1 second. There's still 4 minutes where NC need to hold the point before they can go back to Chimney Rock, though. So it's going to be tough. NC's TR is probably going to pull ESS back. I'm seeing Rivers and Mosquitoes fighting, and the Rivers are retreating.
Don't see any new spawn options for TR though. They have a harasser, a couple harassers actually, and a prowler, but they don't have any sunders as of yet.
TR could try and do a big gal drop and just get on the point and hold the 1 minute left that is on the timer. If they pull a few maxes on the galaxies, it could work. That could take time to set up.
Yeah, got a couple sunders coming up the road now, actually.
We have some really long-range ESF fight. The Mosquitoes are targeting fire the Rivers, so I don't think the Rivers are going to win that battle. The TR air seem pretty strong.
Don't see any galaxies anyway, so no max galaxy drops impending.
The match right now is in the air. I don't think TR is bringing another Sandy and 2 actually, and 3. So yeah, they're going with EV Sandy option. So maybe if one died, they can just go back to 1 and deploy it back. The Prowlers are back. The Harasser is still there.
They have they've got a. I think that's a GSD repair bus in the garage underneath their actual Sunder.
Oh yes, we can.
Sorry if my updates about the time aren't coming. It's 5 minutes left, around 5 minutes left. Whisper we're not working. Sorry.
Yep. The first Sandy is dead, and they're bringing another one on the first there.
User left your channel.
There's 5 minutes left, so it's going to be quite short for any team to capture any base right now. Thomas is still engaged, but once Thomas is recaptured, nobody's going to be able to capture any base. So it's a short time for TR to try and recapture Thomas Island.
User joined your channel.
Double check the times with Osprey there.
I can check it on my.
Yeah, no, because he said 5 minutes and it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
5:30 on ours, so I was wondering if we were delayed. But he was just being approximate,
Maybe, yeah.
so it's no worries.
The
Tier on the
timer
point, I
me
see.
is 4 minutes and 40 seconds right now.
Yeah. I saw Tier got somebody on the point, but they seem to have gotten wiped. But they have their bulldog inside now.
TR is pushing right now with Maxis, and it's a pretty good push.
Interestingly, there were some mines set up inside the base for the harasser, but he managed to spot them and blow them up before pushing through.
Oh, nice. The point is flipping. They need. Oh yeah. So they have 3 minutes 15.
They have a minute to spare on the capstone.
Yep. And that's 1 minute for free that they get from the previous attempt. So.
Yeah.
And see now. Oh, still have rivers in the air. It seems the mosquito died.
Yeah, I
And
don't
they
see.
can do it. Like they have ESF. The Prolos are dying. The Vanguards are here too. They can probably push the Thunderers.
Yeah, I don't see any Mozzie at all actually.
Yeah, interesting. The air battle was quite even, so there was always either mosquitoes or rivers in the air.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's more to do with a change of focus and one faction foregoing one outfit or one team foregoing players in the air in exchange for players on the ground.
I'm not seeing anything particularly strong from any side. Like they are just trying to pick the doors. TR. Oh, NC is trying to push the balcony, but it's quite a tough one. TR still has control of it. I'm not seeing any TR inside it, and there's still one Max controlling one of the doors. Both teams are probably a bit lower in Nanice right now because I'm not seeing a lot of Maxes.
Yeah. Today, curiously looking at the Jaeger tracker, and it's not entirely accurate when it comes to. People might have been doing warm-ups, but Michael seems to be top fragging with his MSW at the moment, but followed pretty closely by one of the two Banshees. About 40 kills each, and it's a bit of a drop off to 30 or so, and you have Bashar playing Light Assault.
The fight is really tough. Like NC is not able to push right now.
2 minutes left.
They know that if they are pushing once, recapping the point is good enough for them.
Got a Light
They
Assault
have to
coming in
only
here
14
though,
seconds.
killing the T-Or beacons, which could be pretty damn useful. I'd like to see some more Light Assaults going for a push like last time.
More beacons, but those are on the ground, so it's not. It's going to be quite easy to kill them. The Light Assault are killing the beacons too.
Yeah, and Ben Mitchell's harasser's gone down as well.
The rivers are pounding anything in sight, and
30
is not on the
seconds.
decks right now. They are on the ground, and unlike the previous attempts where they were more in the air.
Yeah, nice
that's
flank on
today.
the southeast side though, from a few, I think bolters actually getting a couple picks on the incoming
NC
push.
is pushing right now. There's only 25 seconds left. Oh, that's C4.
Oh,
Kill the
yeah, it was
push
pretty
from
clutch.
NC.
That might be it really.
Oh, 18 seconds left. Maybe they will manage to put another. Oh, there's a
Oh,
knifing.
Stalker info on the
infiltrators.
point.
Wow.
Nice.
The new meta, guys. How to recap your points.
Got Bashar coming in behind, cleaning some
6
people up
seconds
as well.
left. I don't see any NC right now who can drop on the point. The light assault are from TR on the roof, and PTSD is capturing the point. There's only 40 seconds left. Nobody can do anything. So PTSD managed to get 2-0 in the first round.
Yeah, impressed with that. Well, I'm not sure if I'm more impressed with the hold or disappointed in the push from OP.
Yeah,
I felt like they
got
could
the
have done a
occasion.
bit more.
Yeah, they got the good occasion to shoot back Chine Rock, but they were too slow on the redeploy there, and PTSD wasn't. So
Yeah,
they
but
could work on that.
even with those pushes, they're pretty one-dimensional. They repeatedly tried to go in the doors.
Yeah, they
They
could
they
have
tried
tried.
the same thing several times in a row.
We haven't seen Gal drops to control drop and try to recapture the point here. So.
End of round, end of round. Everyone, leave the continent now. The points are gonna be flipped, and I'll call you back on the continent. Please leave now. Thank you.
I'll see.
We're going on the next tick here anyway. I might watch the NC
10.
this time.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Second round starts.
So I will look at tier and what am I going to look? Another bunch of ESFs. They have the same amount of ESF and the same vehicles at the start. Like a lot of Sunnies and a lot of Prowlers. I'm seeing 1, 2.
Yeah, we got a Lightning, I think, and 2 Vanguards out of the NC here to start.
I need 2 Prowlers
And
this time for TR.
3 Sunderers. Yeah. Oh, the Lightning is a Skyguard. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Nobody is on point again. Interesting. Despite NC having an infiltrator on the rock. This guy could be on the point flipping it, but no. Probably waiting to see who's going to have control. I might not want to give too much time to TR if they are the first one to get on the point, and they indeed are, because I'm seeing 2 Sandies getting in the road next to the point building. 3 now.
Yeah, we got 1 NC on the point just flipping it, but he's not much use against 3 Sunderers, I don't think.
No, especially if there are people inside them. Not seeing any max dropping out of the Sanders like last time. But that was a NC thing, I think.
And the NC Sunder that has made it to Chimney Rock is under assault from 2 Prowlers, so he mightn't last very long either, and he's just gone down.
The NC is being quite conservative with their vehicles. They are staying on the road with the help of the Sundies and the Vanguards and the Lightning, so it's more of a ball of vehicle than one roaming around like TR is doing with Sundies on point, Crawlers killing the backdoor Sundies.
It seems like the only person on point is a Bolt. I mean, he's gone down, but it was just 1 NC Bolter on the point. They didn't actually manage to get any infantry on there. Sanaway still on the hill with his infill.
And both teams are not going for a strong control on the point at the start. Like they are really working on getting control around the point with vehicles.
There is an NC Galaxy. I'm not sure what the composition of that is.
I'm seeing the rivers in the air. I don't know how the fight is going. I'm seeing a lot of rivers in the air. That might be why NC is not really pushing strongly on the point.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes are not. There's not a lot of them. I'm only seeing like 3, 4 against at least 8 rivers.
And NC seem to have the vehicle dominance outside the base as well. They have a rep and a blockade bus and 2 Vanguards pushed up as far as the bridge, taking out the TR armor.
The fight in the air is quite long, but the rivers are more numerous than the mosquitoes. But the mosquitoes seems to be fighting back a lot more. And the rivers are bleeding.
Well, I only see 1 mosquito that isn't on fire right now, so it looks like the NC are currently winning that one out, actually.
Yeah, numbers. For sure is the better way to get a win in their battle.
2 solo Vanguards, Prowlers incoming, rather.
Yep, the point is being sorted now, but NC now that they have a good setup with vehicles and the Sundies of TR are slowly getting killed by Raven.
But it doesn't look like the NC tankers know that you can go up on the hill and shell the vehicles on the point. And they got vehicle dominance, they killed the Prowlers, and they didn't really do anything at all to kill the 4 vehicles that are currently on the point.
I mean, interestingly enough, last time the TR managed to get a pencil attack on the point that they had the vanguards on the road, and they are Sundys and Maxis pushing from the northeast side of the base. So NC is just pushing from the rocks above here, and the vehicles are not even helping killing the Sundys right now. They could have vanguards on the road right now, but I think the rivers who are coming back from the battle now are going to be able to help kill the Sundys.
Yeah, I think what happened was the vanguards kept holding the road, and 3 prowlers got pulled and took them out.
I'm getting inside the point, and TR has a few maxis already, so they definitely going to have a good time defending it when there's only 1 minute left. And NC is not doing a strong push right now. Like, they have people on the rock and they have rivers, but that's not people. And the prowlers are killing the NC spawn points.
The NC spawn points are already all gone, I think, and
yep.
the guys on the rock are being taken out by the prowlers.
Oh, that max is dead. Yep, NC is not going to have an easy time getting on the point right now. They better have people ready to switch because and do a last minute push.
At this point, I'd say it's probably done for them. I doubt they'll be getting enough players in here to actually contest the vehicles. They need to get some vanguards
there isn't a
up
lot
on the
of
hill.
people on the point. Like, if they manage to get like 2 guys having beacons for 2 squads and dropping all at the same time, they could do it, but that's going to be a really short timer, and they are going to be welcomed by Cobalt and Maxis and Harassers.
Yeah, there is a Galaxy on the way.
Oh,
I'm not NC, so I can't see how many players it has in it, but hopefully that's got 12 guys that are going to drop out with some maxes.
I'm seeing a few ANCs dropping, maybe from a beacon. No, dropping from a Galaxy.
2.
Yep, that Galaxy, but that's not.
There were 2 guys in the Galaxy.
Oh, that's not good. I'm seeing
And they were all
the
infantry.
point, but I don't think that's going to be good for them. They are fighting. Those Maxis are not dying though, and running around is not going to help.
Yeah, 3 maxes is not something you're going to get past with 6 or 8 infantry players.
PTSD now 3-0. Now the question is, do they have the point on Aoka? Nope, on the NC there.
Yeah, just one guy, probably Stanaway or somebody on the point here.
The rivers are not doing a good job of killing the vehicles around it. Maybe there are a few of anti-air guns. Nope, not even. Cobalt. Really good.
Got a load of Mozzies out right now as well. The only 2 Reavers left and they're going down.
The air battle is really even. Like, you always have coming backs between rivers and mosquitoes, so it's good to see. Like, it's not one side dominating in the air.
Yeah, it's one of the matches where the air seems to be going towards the faction who's trying for the air. Whoever has the most numbers is winning. The Vanguard trying to push up for some reason, but he's getting taken out.
As people on Chimney Rock trying to recapture the points, but they drop from very far away on the rocks, and that's not they're not pushing all together. How is Heyoka Chemical?
TR Sunderers are pulling up. Nothing.
I think NC Max in defense.
Yeah, got some TR beacons coming out on the roof. A lot of TR guys on the northwest at the doors 1, 2, and 3 pushing in.
TR is ready to push right now.
Yeah, we got Maxes coming up short stairs, all 3 of them. And
oh boy.
For some reason, the NC Max is a Raven, not a Falcon.
Yep.
He's not got much chance against 3 TR Maxes.
Oh, that C4 is not going to explode. If it was a Falcon Max, it could have really helped against those Maxes because they don't have a lot of engineers with them. Now he's running away. And the point is not flipped. Because Aoka, Chimney Rock is flipped, however, the timer is not going down, so... Let's see how the point is. Fight. And the point is not in the end of NC, but there's a 17 minutes timer now.
I've ended up under the floor.
This was a good thing from OP, like they didn't manage to capture the point, but they, with a little bit more, they could have prevented the TR from starting a cap on the Aoka Chemical. But now sadly the point is going to flip on Aoka Chemical if the TR still has control of the points. Yeah, but I'm seeing maxes and the doors, and the push from TR Prometi is not working really well.
Yeah, TR seem to have complete control of server room anyway. That their max are even pushing out of it towards the bridge.
Yep. That Mac was alone, so good thinking of them pushing it out before it could retreat.
Yeah. I figure out where the NC numbers are. I don't really actually see too many of them right now.
I see a lot of ESFs in the air, and I see a few Vanguards here too, so I think they're preparing for a push back and get back control of the base and the surroundings before pushing around it. But I don't think TR has a lot around it. Like I'm not seeing any Sandy or anything.
Hey, wake up!
It's one of the bases where like having several vanguards doesn't really do you much good.
You were kicked from the
It's
server.
pretty easy just to hide a cloak bus here. One vanguard can take that out, and a harasser is a lot more useful than a vanguard once you get inside the base in terms of taking out infantry. Looks like NC are set up on doors 1, 2, and 3 at the moment, trying to go for a push.
I got the BS card that was like someone poking me on TeamSpeak, and then you were kicked from the server. It's from the one FPC TeamSpeak. That was cursed for because I could still hear you, so it was
yeah.
something weird.
Like
NC is set up on several doors, so they could try and push with several angles, but TR seems to have a strong hold on the.
yeah, TR are still holding server room pretty hard. Lots of NC guys still down at doors 1, 2, and 3, but there's a bulldog harasser coming for them. Runs over almost all of them.
Oh. The Vanguard is trying to get. I can see it in the minimap, but he's too fat, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much everybody stacked up here got wiped because of that harasser.
TR is pushing to clean the doors now.
It's pretty great play there from the harasser, to be honest.
The SS seems to be fighting the mosquitoes. Yep, there seems to be another battle in the air. I'm not seeing a lot of mosquitoes now. 1, 2,
TR
3, 4.
TR in complete control of the point building anyway.
NC is pushing from the main spawn room, and they open it to get on the bridge. Maybe they're going to catch TR and prepare to defend the entry. However, yep, one max is done on TR. That max seems to be annoying at the hard direct barrier.
You go look at the air, there seems to be massive numerical superiority for the NC on probably 2 to 1 at the moment, but I don't think that what they need right now is air-to-air planes. They need people, they need boots on the ground pushing the point.
And like on Thomas Skylands, that the SS are not the only thing you need right now.
You need somebody killing the three TR maxes in server room.
Maybe a bit more Falcon maxes pushing from several doors could work, but that's that RSR is probably the biggest pest in the pain in the ass right now for the NC, because those doors they are not really helping.
Yeah, the Vanguard hasn't managed to take him out. Vanguard can't really get into this part of the map. It's only a bulldog as well. They could counterpull a harasser for that pretty handily. Yeah, okay. It does what it pleases. Oh, NC on the point right now. Seem to have gone in through short stairs with a couple of guys. The maxes have responded and the point has been resecured by TR.
Yep.
But NC made it into server room. Just 1 or 2 guys though so far. Conk grenades coming out and taking them out.
That's 15 seconds. I haven't touched the timer. It's going down really quickly.
Yeah. The bulldog is back.
He's going to push the point, but that's not going to be really easy. I think. Is he dropping tank mines? Oh, no.
They might get it here. They're contesting anyway, but
last second.
Against the sheer number of maxes, I don't think.
No, too late.
No.
One more dude could have prevented that, and the NT is back on the point, though. They are going to have a chance to recapture it. However, I don't think they have much spawn option here, and the maxes are still alive for some reason.
Well, Max might go down finally, but I think it's a case of a little bit too late there on that one.
Well, NC still have a squad on the point, but they really need to hold the base now. Because
Yeah.
if they die, I don't think they have much options.
Right now they have no spawn points at all. Oh, no, they just got a beacon down. They have something.
Since they have rivers around, they might hold control of the roof, but they need Thunderers now.
Thing is, I kind of expect to see those TR guys re-pull their maxes. They have the resources to do it easily, given it's been a long time since any of them actually died.
Oh.
Or sorry, since they actually pulled it.
Yeah, it's already dead. I mean, with the control of the air, the NC will be able to deny any push from the spawn room. However, TR probably can pull ESFs and...
15 minutes left. We are halfway through. 15, 1-5.
Oh, interestingly, the terminals at Heoka have either been hacked or they've been capped. They've been taken out by an infiltrator.
Oh, at the lakefront?
Yeah, the NC guys weren't actually able to. The TR have got all the air spawns in the tech plant.
And the point is flipping. I'm not seeing a lot of TR on the building, however. Yeah, it's flipping back.
Yeah, so the NC right now don't actually have a way to pull any air vehicles. Not that it matters if the TR aren't contesting it and they're air to grounding for free.
They have a few doors set up right now for TR, so they are, yep, partially starting. Good shotgun right assault with first jet. I don't know how it's called.
Ambusher.
Ambusher, yeah. I
Or
wasn't playing when it got in the game.
or to use the more accurate term, yeet jets.
Oh, yes. The TR is on the point. NT is fighting back, but TR has more people.
Gradually getting
Actually,
wiped out.
yeah, NC has a few people on the point, but now the server room is in TR hands, so it's going to be one
lot of
enemy at a
dead.
point.
At the moment, I see more corpses than I see people who are actually
Yeah,
alive. Got one guy, one TR on
Two
short
heavy only on
stairs.
the building, I think. Oh, yep, the RSR.
NC might have lost their beacon as well. They might be out of spawns. Only see
One-
TR beacons coming in.
TR is slowly getting control of the point back. But those ESFs are probably a big pain for TR to get back on the room. So if NC managed to have a squad beacon dropped or a gal drop or something, they could recapture it easily, I think.
You know, they can't actually pull any air though, can they? They don't
Oh,
they don't
need to get
own the
repaired.
air terminals.
Yeah, they need to repair the terminals.
They have to
They
run.
get there, which is quite long.
Yep. Yeah. They do have air superiority for now. That it doesn't matter for pulling reavers, but when it comes to actually getting a response out, yeah, not the best. The TR are also set up with they have 2 Sunderers and probably half a squad of guys that are pre-capping Heoka Tech Plant. So if the NC aren't able to get a spawn at Heoka Chem, the Tech Plant will start capping straight away.
I don't know what the NC population is because the TR has overpopulation in Ayoka and in the chemical lab. So where is NC right now?
There's some NC at Coati Fortress.
Oh, Galrop, I think.
Yeah, they came in the long way, I think.
Not yeah, 2 galaxies. So only one from the first galaxy is dropping, and the second galaxy is starting to slow down around the point, which is not something you want to do. You want to go for speed.
I think those guys might actually have pulled.
dropping. Oh, that
They
was a
might
really
have-
close team kill with the galaxy killing the drop, but.
Yeah. I think
NC is on the roof right now. They are going to push from the double doors, maybe.
I think in response to the hacked terminals, I think they pulled that from out of lane or the warp gate or
No,
something.
probably the warp gate. Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to spawn from anywhere except the warp gate and the home
Yeah.
base.
Because I did see population coming in from Coati Mountain, Amp, and Fortress, so that's probably where it came from.
NC is not pushing though. They only have 11 seconds left and they are not pushing. Oh, double doors. It's going to open double doors.
All right, here we go. Push
5
in.
seconds. That's not going to be enough.
Not at 2 seconds anyway.
Yep, no, that's too late. A solid 30 seconds
And
too late. And they're
the
not really
pre-cap on Heyoka. Time for a load of slash suicides, I think, on the TR side and get onto the point at the tech plant.
I mean, they have galaxies. They can go back and push the balcony.
No, the TR.
Yeah,
Sorry.
NC has galaxies, so they can just redeploy, get in the galaxies and push the balcony now. And try to recapture Heyoka.
Well, not even redeploy suicide is faster, isn't it?
Yeah, suicide is faster for sure, but they can deploy in the galaxies. And the balcony is not being strongly held, and TR doesn't seem to have a lot of people in on the points. NC is definitely trying to kill the Sunderos inside it.
They got their bus up though.
10 minutes left. 10.
I can't remember how to do that. It's a tank mine jump or something now, isn't it? To get a Sunderer upstairs.
I'm not sure. Like, I haven't tried to cheese anything since the wait. Is anything new from the 2015 way to get Sundies inside the tech plant?
2015? That was that up the stairs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can you actually get it up the stairs in
I'm
the
not sure.
tech
Like,
plants now?
I haven't played that much since 2016. So I remember they patched some tech plants that you could not.
Oh, it
Sundies
depends on
inside
it.
But
I
yeah,
think
it's like-
Heyoka. I think Heyoka is one of the ones where you can, because it doesn't have the barriers and protecting.
Tourists set up on the balcony. Oh, we have seen, I think, a big wet flip from one of the houses. Not sure if that was intended or not. Maybe that was just a tech mine.
There we go. A couple NC heavies pushing in balcony, get some picks and then fall back.
TR has a really good setup right now with the Thunderer, the Combat Thunderer.
I'm not sure. The NC should have known this was here. They had some guys who were skirmishing. I thought I saw with the Sunders as they were getting inside, so they should have been expecting there to be a pre-cap. Ah, yeah, they're sending the Sunderers up with tank mines.
I haven't seen.
Oh no!
Oh.
So they flipped one of the Sunderers up with tank mines, and then Ben Mitchell bumped it and pushed it back down again. And he just contested the point there for a second, but the lone guy went down eventually.
And he seems to be willing to push through the balcony, but it's not working. Do they have maxes? I don't seem to have one.
No maxes, only infantry. And they're getting repeatedly conked and EMP'd here, I think. We got one tier light assault pushing the NC light assault pushing the point.
Yeah. I mean, there's like 12 people on the balcony. It's not going to work. And that Thunderer is the...
That Thunder is
cherry on the
disgusting.
top of the
Yeah.
The point is slipping, but I don't think it's going to hold for that long because it's only one heavy.
Yeah. So chat saying that the staircase Thunder is still possible, and on Amarish, but the PTSD guys weren't even using that. They were using the C4, or the tank mines, were they?
It's probably faster. Like if you're not good at it, tank mine's probably easier. I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
But they are definitely getting more answers.
There he goes.
The point. Yoo-hoo! It's here. Then it's going to be really hard to push now. The only thing TR needs more right now is 1 or 2 maxes. Because if I was NC right now, I would just redeploy in Galaxy, set up a few max, like a few Falcon maxes, like 3 or 4, and that's going to be the way you are going to be able to push that and push from either the balcony or the double door somewhere. But I don't know. But
yeah. I suspect you're. I suspect that you're right in that that's an easier way of doing it. Because as far as I'm aware, the Dig T guys were actually some of the first to figure out how to get Sunderers up here. So if they're not doing it via the staircase, then it probably is a more expedient way to do it. Man, these Cobalt Sunderers are doing work.
they just destroyed that NC push right now. That adversary really close to die, but yep, he's dead now at least. But I don't think. Oh, they're going for the garage push with the glory hole.
Well, there's a bus parked over it, so I'm not sure
Yep,
that's gonna work.
Oh, it's getting T4 for sure. I mean, suicide T4, but.
That's a
yeah,
terrible. You can't
Oh.
you can't C4 it from there unless you dedicate somebody to doing that, because you're just gonna kill your own players, as happened there.
Yep, I mean, only one guy killed himself, but the others went after that, and he was very much not dead.
Well, one guy killed himself, and
Oh,
then the
we're
medic
getting double
two
up.
medics came up, and one medic killed the other.
That doubled up push is also being held.
Yeah, lots of dead bodies up here.
I mean, NC is trying to push from all places at the same time. I'm not sure what's the best option, either concentrate on one point or focus on several points, but in any case, they are going to have they're going to be team.
You need.
5 minutes left.
It doesn't matter what way you go.
5
You have to
minutes.
counter the Sunders. You've no other way of doing it.
Yeah, that's true. And there's
And
two Thunders,
get-
and then wait, there's no more house, or yep, only two Sundays there. But that's
Realistically speaking, it probably has to be. It has to be anti-vehicle maxes, dropping on balcony. Get a couple Falcons in, and you can take those Sunders out fairly easily.
balcony is pretty, and especially it's not a combat Sunday. I don't know what it is, but
It's blockade,
oh yeah, blockade to get inside, of course.
or not blockade. Sorry, what's it called?
GSD.
Composite. Is it? Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not even, is it? Yeah, it's GSD. Is it?
No, the GSD is a
GSD.
utility. It's not a defense one.
Yeah.
So it may be a mine guard.
Oh, I don't know. It's one of them has the GSD, and I think one has something else. I don't know what it is.
I mean, they
So neither of them are actually composite or blockade, whatever that armor is called.
yeah, but composite is a defense slot.
Oh, is
pretty
it?
much, yeah. I don't know what they are then. We'll have to ask.
I don't remember. I don't play.
But neither
Yeah,
of them
one-
are combat are the defense thing.
One is GSD and one is fire suppression.
Yeah, but they're not blockade armor. Neither.
No, neither are blockade.
30 seconds left at NC. I don't know what NC is doing right now. They're probably preparing for a big push. I'm hearing, I think, beacons. I'm hearing a lot of GGs on the chat.
Yeah, with 4 minutes left and 20 seconds on the cap, it's probably over. Right, so the Ben Mitchell's one has got Mine Guard on it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They're actually both Mine Guard.
There's a guy
Because that's because you need Mine Guard to jump them up, don't you? That's why they're Mine Guard.
Oh, NC, I'm seeing NC close to the point, but I think that's too late now. Yep. That's a third
And
point.
that's a
Yeah.
cap. GG to PTSD. Team TR wins 3-0 second round and wins the game overall 5-0.